Yo, we are back. How you living?
What's up? We're gonna have a fun time today.
Oh, you know what? I think we're gonna make this one surgical.
Videos. Yeah.
It's gonna be quick and surgical and straight to the throat. Okay. All right. So let me just talk about it real quick. Nala Ray, this dumb hoe really believes that she thinks that her husband is never.
Why she gotta be a dumb hoe though?
Because she's a hoe, and she's obvious, or she was a hoe, and she's obviously dumb for thinking what she's about to say.
Why is every girl gotta be a hoe?
Okay, I'm just giving her a hoe title by definition.
I'm just messing with you.
She did some hoe activities.
Yeah,
she has hoe tendencies.
Yeah,
hoes are her friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
And hoes are her enemies. You know,
no lies detected.
So, but she really sits here and thinks that her husband never watched her porn before.
Energy of truth on fire. They're calling out the world's desire. From fake ideals to moral decay. They're lining up the modern age. No one's safe, not the church, not fame. They're flipping the script, rewriting the game.
Look, I'm gonna be blunt with you. That's not how reality works.
All right, let's play it. Let's play it for the viewers. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go.
Did your husbands watch your old content?
No. Did yours?
No. I wouldn't have married someone that watched my stuff.
Stop.
Okay, you know damn well that they were as soon as they heard that they did porn, you know the guy was like, I have to see how bad it was.
As soon as she goes, God no, that just that line alone tells me it's bullshit, because I know my husband sees everything I do, approves everything I do. It's bullshit. A man that's with you is going to see everything you've done. I mean, you don't even have to admit it. You can literally do it. Even guys that like you and want to date you are going to be seeing what you're doing beforehand. So yeah, definitely. He knows what was up.
Oh yeah, I bet you he beat his meat at least 6 times.
I would never marry somebody who would have known about that. Yeah, it would have.
I mean, who knows? Your dude could have been the cameraman for all I know. Somebody was over there filming while you were performing.
Yeah, that's and you know what? Honestly, what this is about, it's not even the truth. Basically, what she's saying, the womanese, I say womanese, because what she's basically saying is that she doesn't want the guy that she's with admitting the truth out loud. That's basically what she's saying. Because
and what it is she's also saying how much she hates her fans.
Exactly. She is admitting that the guys that are subscribed to that site, she literally is disgusted from. She would never date them. She would never think of them as a possible mate or anything else. And I think this is very eye-opening for guys that are subscribed to this stuff, because they think that they're talking to these girls, and they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
We know how OnlyFans runs. It's not the girls talking to you. It's other people talking to you. Now, is there girls who actually message you back? Yeah, they do. But they're very selective on what they do. So if you're going to talk in any way that's what you really are on there for, they're literally just giving you copy, paste messages and ignoring what you're saying.
Yeah, so you guys, if you guys ever think about messaging Gia, just so you know, I'm messaging you back. It's me.
It's funny because I have a site, right? So they come at me all the time. Oh, you have a site like OnlyFans. I'm like, no, it's nothing like OnlyFans. I actually control every aspect of my site, and I answer back personally to all of my members. And if anybody says anything appropriate, which I put in a disclaimer, hey, if there's anything inappropriate. Anything inappropriate gets immediately removed from the site. And I say that in bold letters. This is respect. Anything disrespectful, you will be removed. So I think that needs to be said, because do girls actually message back their subscribers? Yes. Some of them do, but not the ones with a lot of followers, not the ones that are claiming to have millions and millions of dollars or claiming to make a lot of money. No, they do not, because you cannot handle scale without automation. That's just how it is. And that's not just OnlyFans. That's anybody who
type of service, any type of influencer or
anything of scale
status.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's handling thousands of people.
What's crazy is she doesn't realize, like, when you reach a certain level of visibility or fame, right? Like and cultural saturation, your content doesn't live in a vacuum. It's not like some hidden folder on the internet. It's everywhere.
Once it's there, it's there. It's there for life.
People talk about it.
I'll be dead in my grave, rolling around, and the photos will still be out. That's just how it goes.
Yep. Screenshots circulate. Like, even if a man wanted to avoid it, the probability drops near to zero.
It's and I mean, as like guys' nature, men's nature is curiosity. Like, curiosity is how they drive, right? So if they want to know something, or they want to they like a girl, they're generally interested in a girl, they're going to want to know everything about her.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. But this is what they probably did. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly what their husbands did here, real quick. Hold on. I'm just put this down. This is what their husbands did. They found out they did porn. He's like, hold on, let me get my phone. He's like, oh, she took it like that? Damn. Okay. I got to do better than that.
Let's listen to the rest of the video. Let's listen to the rest of the video.
Seriously, that's what he did. Like, I guarantee you, they watched it, and they're like, they had to make sure they could one up it.
Yeah.
It made me feel very uncomfortable. Like, okay, we're getting married, and when we're intimate, then I would have felt like
you'd been simping over me the whole time.
Yeah.
Right there. The fact that the idea that you actually were simping over her the whole time disgusts them. Like, but see, they also want the idea of like you not seeing their content so that you don't see how bad they did. They don't because they're giving you this new version of them, this reformed version, right? Like, oh, I don't do blowjobs no more. That is like unbecoming of a lady, right?
Isn't that funny how that goes? Yeah, that's exactly what they do. They start setting rules.
Yep.
Yeah, like my biggest fan is. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. I just think this is also so funny that we're peeling with my knife because.
Okay, like either they want their husbands to be stupid and naive, and you know why they don't want their husbands to see? They don't want their husbands to see how enthusiastically they were fucking those guys and all kinds of crazy shit. They never told those guys no. They never told them they can't go in that hole.
The guy they're in a relationship with can now be like, wait a second, you can't pull this boundary or this, you can't pull that on me. I know that you did this. Like, why are you doing it for them and not for me? That goes back to the same thing I've been saying. A man wants you to reserve what's for him is for him. And that's just in their biology. You're not going to take that out. Like for the life of me, like, I don't understand why girls can't understand. A man wants to know that you are a freak for him and a lady in the streets and a freak for him. Only him.
Yeah, but the reality is like, well, that's not true. Because we know with them, I mean, and here's the reality. I tell guys all the time, like, just assume that the girl that you're with was promiscuous. It's just easier. It's just better to assume that she has a past. Like, she's touched a dick before. Okay, let's just be honest. There's been a dick, she's touched it, and it wasn't yours. And if you could just get past that and just focus on how she treats you, you're better off. But what these women are doing, they're very manipulative with it. They want them not to see them for who they were. They want them to see from the new creation or the new version of them who they want them to be, like to believe they are. But
I think this is very telling because what it shows is what social media did is it exposed both male and female nature in a way that used to be hidden before, right? So like all this stuff that in a way it's kind of good because now women are saying exactly what they do out in the open. Like, you can't hide it anymore. But it's just kind of sad to me that what's happening is that these men are going into this thinking, oh yeah, I'm having a woman just do this for me. And in reality, now she's setting rules for him, but not for the rest of the world. And I think that that's where the damage is because I don't even think that a man cares so much if you have, had a past or you are somewhat wild. I think what he cares is the lying that goes on in the manipulation. Well, that's what really gets him.
I think he also cares about when he presses play and he watches this video and you were happy to do the things that he begs you to do, and you reluctantly or you reluctantly, do it unenthusiastically, right? And he's like, wait a minute, this guy got like the amazing blowjob that you're like, I know you got skills, woman. Why are you giving me this subpar? No, I want that one over there,
And there's a saying, like, they don't mind being objective when they can make money from it. There's a saying, right?
Yeah.
And it's true. That's exactly what it comes down to. When there's money involved, when they can monetize it and they can benefit off of it, they don't mind
capitalize on
disrespect from it, So, and it also goes into why a lot of these girls get into alcohol, drugs. Like, they have to basically numb the whole psychological aspect of it to do what they do.
Like, okay. Now, mind you, like I did tell you, like I had like my stripper career, right? Like, it was one day and it was like one song, and like I made like $2,000 off of it, but like it was only like 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And like I came, I saw Concord, and see, when I did it, this is before we had like cell phones. Like we had cell phones, but we had like the Nokia brick phones. We didn't have camera phones, so there's no evidence of me and doing. I was 18. Okay, I was 18. It was like the weekend before I went into the Air Force.
This is important because there's not like, no one's perfect. Okay, everybody has done some stupid things in their life, and I don't think that's the problem. I think if you are able to say it out loud, hey, I did this stupid, I fucked up, moving on, right?
I didn't fuck up. I made $2,000.
What bothers people is that when you constantly make yourself out to be a victim because of it, or you make it like shameful. Okay. That's what's really getting people today. Like, just say, okay, I want to try something. It didn't work out like I thought it was, or it wasn't what I thought it was. I'm moving on. Like, I don't know why that's so hard for people. I've done stupid things.
Just own it.
Yeah, I've done stupid things. Okay, I'm moving on. I didn't like it. I'm moving on. The good thing about me is that I did it with my husband, and I don't have anything that I'm regretful of because I did it with him.
Yeah.
And you're moving on.
Like, what is there to like to shame you about? Like, everything that it was you and your husband, you guys did your thing, and that was it. And nobody would have known.
It's nothing that I don't do with my husband today. See, that's the thing. I know, like, everything I've done from my past, I've done it with my husband. He was there. He was, and I'm still keeping that consistent alive. It's not like I did it and then now I'm like, oh no, with the new guy, I'm not going to do it with you. And I think that's what guys get irritated with. If you're going to do something, just stay consistent with it. That's it. Just be real about it.
Like, hey, you gave him
right.
I want that. Like,
right.
That's what I thought I was marrying. When did the prude show up? I didn't want the prude. I want that. And you're robbing your husband of that. Like, if you think about it, like, these girls are like, if they're not, like, I don't know their sex life, and I don't want to, I could only assume by the way that they're talking is that like they're probably not giving them the performance that they're known for.
And I think that's why people are pissed off with her. It's not that she came out, changed her mind, did something different. It's that she just isn't being transparent. Okay. We all can see that her actions are not in alignment with her words. And I think that that's what's getting the internet upset, right? Because if you're going to come out and you're going to change your life, then it's going to be done in steps. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to come out with, I got washed clean in the baptism. No, it shows up through years of work. Like, I did some stupid things, 15 years ago, but it took years. And even to this day, I'm still working on myself, right? I didn't just come out one day and go, oh no, I'm born again, or I'm washed clean. No, I'm not trying to claim that. It doesn't exist
anymore.
I'm not past I'm a Christian or I'm like in some, no, I'm not claiming that. And I think that's important for women and men. Like, if you're going to make changes in your life, good, kudos, proud of you, but don't come out and announce it. And then don't have your words align with it.
It's almost like how demeaning it is to their husband. Like, oh my God, no, I would never marry a guy that would watch anything that I've done. Well, then you're just telling us why your husband should have never married you. Because you're that ashamed, or you think that it's like that low of a person that would watch that shit. Then you should think that low of a person that would make that shit.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's that low, if somebody that would watch that shit is that disgusting and that, like, oh my God, so beneath you, then so should the person that would have made that shit. should be so beneath your husband that didn't watch it. Like they're almost saying like they're really not worthy of their husbands.
Play the rest of it. Let's watch the rest.
All right. Hold on, let me grab it real quick right here.
I actually didn't even listen to the whole video.
Here we go.
Dude, girls, like, you have to call it out. Bro, we didn't have a peeler, okay? No judgment here.
We judge
into a housewife.
Bro, I'm so sick of that question, dude.
Can you turn a 304 into an ex-wife?
Why can you turn? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Bro.
See, like hoes don't even have
And
the
this is my
proper
house, so
utensils
I'll
in the
take the blame
kitchen.
for this one. I have kids who steal my stuff.
Okay, so
Like-
basically she's saying that she's tired of hearing people go, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, which I agree with her. I'm not knocking that statement. I think it is a stupid statement because hoes get turned into housewives every freaking day. Let's be real.
Well, yeah, no, like,
let's be real.
You can make a hoe a housewife, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean that she's not going to be a hoe.
Well, okay. Here's another thing too. The word hoe has lost its complete meaning. Online, it's lost its meaning because technically all women can be hoes. Even virgin women can be hoes. And I'll tell you how. If she married for extracting
Money?
resources from a man, she is considered a hoe.
Or
Okay. So even a woman who hasn't had sex with other men can be considered a whore. And this is why women hate other women who are in this industry, right? Because to them, they feel like their value is getting lowered because now that girl is going to give more for less.
yeah, but like honestly,
So we
like,
have to define what an actual hoe is. A hoe is any woman, and it can be a virgin, who extracts resources from a man through the use of sex. Okay, that is the actual definition. A woman who marries a man for the man and not for the lifestyle, who is there through the thick and the thin when he has nothing and is willing to build with him, that is a woman who is not a hoe. It doesn't matter. See, we have the issue with the internet trying to say that because you have half nude pictures, that makes you a hoe. No, they're confusing access online to access in real life. And they're two completely different things. I don't know what you think about that, but let me know.
no, I hear what you're saying. Like, I agree with you, but like for like these women, like I really do think they meet the standard of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I said that you's a
Okay, so yes,
Insane.
yes, because we know that there was actual
Oh, yeah,
repeated accounts of yes,
Like,
yes.
yeah, like their content is out there forever. And like here's the thing. You would okay, like if you're a father, you want your daughter to get with a guy that's well off. You don't want her to be poor. Like no father wants their daughter to marry for love and be poor. Okay.
Don't get
Every
me started on
dad
this
wants their
topic.
daughter to be like, okay, I'm just saying, every dad wants their daughter to be a gold digger.
Here's really where
There's
it
nothing
stems
wrong with
from.
being a gold digger.
Here's
It's just
the
like
core issue. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. There are a lot of fathers that teach their daughters from a young age that what is valuable is what is in his pocket, is what is in his wallet. So these women grow up thinking that they're getting a high value man simply because he has a certain lifestyle. So we are actually training girls to believe that money, lifestyle, fame equals value. So here's where the real problem comes in. So OnlyFans, you can see well-known, insider articles, well-known articles are putting out, hey, if you want to get freedom, if you want to get fame, sign up to OnlyFans. So we are teaching women that this is their ticket to getting exactly what their fathers are teaching them. And I've seen this over and over again. So we have a whole society, a whole generation of girls who are being literally trained and conditioned. Hey, this is what equals high value. And it's not. It does
You know what
not
I
make
blame?
somebody high value.
You know what I blame? I blame Girl Scouts.
Why?
I blame the Girl Scouts because they taught them when they're young to sell box of cookies. And then all these girls did, they got older and they sell their box of cookies. Like,
oh my God, I cannot. Now I'm not going to ever be able to see that saying ever again. That's so true. It is so true.
like tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Like,
right.
I'm just saying. But you know what, you guys, tell us what you guys think. You know,
Yeah.
what would you do if you found out if your wife had like a porno video that she did back in college and you found out? Like, would you want to watch it? Would you even marry her? And like, ladies, let's just ask yourself this question. If you think it's shameful and beneath a man to watch your content, if you made it, you would never give that guy the time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Then ask yourself, why are you worthy for the time of day from him? Because if you're ashamed of him watching your stuff, then you're not worthy of his commitment.
Well, I think that it's a little bit more than that. It's like basically saying, listen, the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, I'm not willing to be transparent with him. And I think that's the harm there. Okay. Because it's not about whether he's worthy or not. It's that, hey, I want to be transparent with this man about everything I've done and everything I'm going to go forward with. And that's super important because she is just as invested in his future, right? She wants to know where he's going in his life. So a man needs to be just as invested as where she's come from, because that's going to determine her decisions.
Like, if she's gonna say like, I'm gonna disqualify any guy that watched my stuff, like they're not worthy of my commitment to them, then you have to ask yourself, then why are you worthy of their commitment to you? Like you have to flip it on the reverse on that, right? And so it's like, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? Sure you can. You just end up in James Sexton's office like 5-7 years later.
So I had this comment come in the other day, and they said, okay, what do you think of when you think of a hoe? Is it a girl who's had like a couple boyfriends that didn't work out in the past, or is it a girl who actually, right? And I had to differentiate that. A girl who has had 1 or 2 relationships that went sour, that doesn't make her a hoe. What makes somebody, a hoe is somebody who uses men for resources. And in that case, if she sees a man as her only means for extracting resources, is a woman who can't do it on her own. So then that means anytime you have problems in that relationship and you struggle as a man, she is not going to be there to help you and support you. So this is why the relationship fails with these kind of women. It's not that they've had, sex with other people. It's that they are not there for the hard times. They're fair weather friends. They've brainwashed or conditioned themselves into using sex as resources.
Yeah, like they monetize their vaginas.
And
I think they should get taxed for. They should be getting taxed. We need to establish a pussy tax. Okay, we need to start taxing the vaginas, because
I saw this message or like this post on Instagram the other day, and it said she wants a $100,000 ring, she wants a $500,000 house, she wants a $100,000 wedding, but she's coming with a used, what?
Yeah, I got more miles than 90, like a 1990 Astro van.
Yeah, and it's the same thing that we had to talk with James, right? The wedding, the dress, the ring, all these things are more important to her than what is actually going to mean something long term, which is being transparent with your man. Like that guy that she's with should know everything that she's done. He should be able to look and see everything and know what's going forward. And I think that that's important to understand.
No, and I agree. And I'm telling you, the reason why they don't want him to see it is because they don't want him to see how enthusiastic she was doing it to them back then when she was making money off of it, and how like reluctant she's doing it with him now. Like it's like a chore, like she ain't giving him all the good. No. Like she doesn't want him to see how wild and how crazy that she could be. She wants him to only accept this like PG version. Oh my God, it's only missionary with the lights off. Like, don't talk dirty to me. Like, you know, like
it's her also failure to know male nature, because male nature needs novelty. Like, I know that in my marriage, you know, I'm not going to be constantly doing the same thing over and over again. He wants novelty. He wants different things. So now she has to put extra effort into that department, and she doesn't want to do that.
yeah. You're right.
You know?
Let me tell you about this time. Like, this one time I wanted novelty, right? You know, and I decided, like, you know, I'm not going to date a regular woman. I'm going to date a woman with like multiple personalities, because then I won't be cheating on her. I can have like a different girl with different. It didn't work out. Like, she still accused me of cheating on her with herself.
What would you do with like the guys that are subscribing? Because here's a little bit of a rabbit hole. Yes, the guys that are subscribing know that it's not real. Right. The guys that are subscribing know that,
hate you.
But they know it. They don't even, but they already know that these girls aren't even the ones messaging them. Right. So we know that they're paying for a fantasy. So this is why I get mad when I hear the whole thing about like, oh, she's scammed. Oh, these women are predators. And I'm like, no, they're not predators, because anybody who willingly hands over their money for pixel butt, because that's what it is, pixel butt.
Pixel butt.
Okay, they're willingly handing over the money. You ask for the consequences, because you're paying for a fantasy knowing it's not real, but you're doing it anyway. So you can't claim to be a victim. I hate the whole victim mentality thing.
Yeah, no, it's they got to look at like the guys are stupid. All right. Reality is like these girls don't even like you. They can't stand you. If you not even heard from their own mouth, they said they don't even they could never even be with somebody that would watch their shit. And you know what? It's like, I know a couple of scrippers, like, you know, like from back in the day, and they would tell me like, yo, they could never date a guy that they met on the job. And when I've interviewed like escorts for this documentary, like this escort told me like the guy could be the most amazing guy, but if she met him via work, she can never consider him like someone that she could settle down with, because she already met him as a transaction. So in her mind, these women's mind, you will always be a transaction. It will never be genuine.
I just sent you over another video that I want you to pull up if you can on your DM.
Okay, I got it right here. Hold on. All right, hold on. Who's this hoe?
So this is
Sophie is the one
Rain.
that made all that money.
Sophie Rain. So okay.
Yeah, she made all that money from like
Wait,
like she's like about to outpace like
the
LeBron,
figures,
right?
Yeah, the figures doesn't matter what they're saying she makes. None of it's accurate. 1 minute it's 80, no, like 1 minute it's 85 million, the next minute it's 54 million. Like they come up with new figures every day because there's nowhere to verify it. But I think that it's message,
still a lot of millions than me.
You have to be able to understand womanese to understand what's going on here. So let's just listen to her, and I'll translate.
You're saying this girl made 43 million?
Well,
she's like basic.
They say she's made 89 million. Like one post will say 89 million. Another one will say they come up with new figures every day, because you got to remember OnlyFans there's no third party verifications, so that you can't really verify what they're making, because they're lying, because they need to recruit, because there's a huge turnaround. But let's listen to her, because I'm going to translate.
Basic looking.
Well, let's listen to what she says.
I don't want to be doing this. Like, I want to focus on myself. I currently have a house in Tampa. I have 20 acres. I'm trying to build a farm. 20 acres, and I want to build a farm. I want to get cows. I want to build stables and everything. And that's what I want to focus on. And
okay, so let's do womanese here. So what she's basically saying is that she's doing what she's doing currently now for a means to an end. Okay.
Yeah.
She's not doing this because she wants to do it. She's doing it because she has other goals, and she's using this for easy, fast money to build her goals. Okay, which exposes again that these women don't want to be doing this. These women they're not being transparent. They are treating this as a mask, as a persona, as an act. They are literally on a stage just doing it for a means to an end. What their ultimate goal is for money. So
they're trying to cash out.
So if this is what it's being done for money, then you have to know that ultimately anybody in their life, they're looking for benefits, for quick benefits. These are not women who are going
transaction.
And that's the
they only
meaning
see
here.
You as a transaction. Yeah, they only see you as a transaction. love is not there. Like they don't even love themselves enough to like not do this shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even love themselves enough to not put themselves in a situation where they're gonna have to live with this shame and this like, you know.
And here's
guilt,
another
like,
thing too, like when you're used to that lifestyle of fast money and opportunities, you're not going to be able to go into this whole slow living where it's dead and you're home all the time being a homemaker. And I think that needs to be said because, oh yeah, I want to be on a farm. No, you don't want to raise cows. No, you don't want to have that kind of lifestyle because if you did, you wouldn't be doing what you're currently doing. So their actions and their words aren't aligning. And that's what men are seeing.
She might want a farm. I'm more concerned about them farm animals. You know, I don't think she should own a farm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some weird people out there, yo. Like, I'm just being honest. Like,
no, I just think that's a trend.
Alone.
That's a trend right now. The trend is, hey, I'm a virgin. Hey, I want to live on a farm. Hey, I want to have this, you know, traditional lifestyle. Like that's the trend because they know that's what men desire. They know that that's what men like. So they're saying what is going to get them the attention and the signups. She will constantly post, hey, I'm a virgin. Oh, I'm single again. Come on. We know every attractive woman has a lineup of men. They are not, they might be single, meaning there's not a ring on her finger, but they're not single. And I think that men fall for this all the time.
I knew this girl that cheated on her husband with yours truly. I didn't know at the time. Okay. But when I found out, I was like, wait a minute. Because she told me how much she hated cheaters. She's like, I can't stand people that cheat. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I just got out of a relationship. My wife cheated. Like, you know, like this is a good thing. Wait a minute. You're married? She's like, well, so you're cheating. No, it's not cheating because my heart's not in it. But y'all living with together. You live with him. You're like, like, are you kidding me? Like they mind fuck themselves to believe that what they're not doing is what they're doing. So I really don't trust this lady with farm animals. Like, I'm just saying, like, she better leave them goats alone.
Yeah. So anyways, I just think that this is important because like, we see all these ads coming in. We see all these kind of like posts of like, I'm a virgin or I want to be on a farm or I want to cook for my husband. I want to like even the conservative girls, right? You see all day long.
Those are the worst.
They're posting all these like, oh, the sweetest thing is children. How can anyone not want to have these babies? And I'm like, they are virtue signaling for your clicks and nobody sees through it. And they have like 25,000 millions of viewers, clicks. And I'm like, guys, this is done to get your attention. It's all, like, that's what it is.
You know what I want to know? Like all the women that like say like, oh my God, like children are the greatest thing. You know, I want to know how many abortions they've had. Like I want to do a fact check on their abortion record. Like be like, oh, so you love all them children?
Mark my words. This is important. So for the year 2026, get ready. There's going to be loads of videos of girls doing videos talking about how their job in life is to have kids. And this is going to be the viral in trend coming for 2026.
And guys are thinking that like, oh, these women woke up. They have been woken up from the woke mind virus. We have saved them. Thank you, man.
And like all those posts coming in on Twitter where all these guys are coming in and defending it because girls are like, oh, these guys are this way and these guys. And I'm like,
well, because the guys are happy they're hearing what
these girls are posting this to get you to come in and correct them. This is the trend. They're getting rewarded in clicks from telling you the exact opposite of what you want from a woman. Yep.
Well, you know what? Listen, let's just call it what it is. She should stay away from farm animals for one. And Nala Ray's husband, he's watched her porn.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. He might not be telling her the truth. Both of them are telling each other whatever, you know, but yes, he's definitely seen it.
Oh yeah. If not,
so what's the solution to men who are like, okay, well, if everything is bullshit that they see online, every girl online is lying. Like, how do we know whether it's for real or not? What solution do you give them?
What comes out of their mouth doesn't mean shit unless their actions align with their words. If
But
their
how
words
can you
and
see
actions,
actions if they're only online?
well, then you don't trust them.
Mm-hmm. So then
You trust but verify. Everything should be trust but verify.
There was a tweet the other day and somebody said, don't ever trust women. And all these messages underneath were like, oh, you hate women. And I'm like, no, he's not saying that he hates women. He's just basically saying, don't trust anybody. Like they have to earn it.
I would say that about men. Don't trust men.
Yep.
Like, don't trust anyone until they could show you that their words and their actions are aligned. Okay, like it's always trust but verify. Like that's like the best red pill anybody could take is trust but verify. I'm gonna trust that you're telling me the truth until you give me a reason not to trust you. And then when your words and your actions don't align, I'm gonna move accordingly. Like we don't even gotta argue about it. I'm just gonna move along, right? You know,
exactly.
Like it's simple.
Like if you're dating a girl who did OnlyFans or has that kind of subscription site, okay. Like set boundaries, like even before you go and don't even agree to a commitment. Like I would say something to her like, hey, I'm not cool with this. I need you to close this down. And I need to know that all of this is deleted and see what she says. And if she heems and haws, then you know where her heart is.
Yeah. I mean, I would even say that to guys that like, you know, women with social media, like in general, like just if you even say like something like, hey, you know what? I don't want to be with a woman that doesn't have to be on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's your job, I get it, but like, I don't want to be with somebody that's like constantly posting shit on social media if they don't have to. Like, I don't even like social media that much. Like, unless I have to use it for work. I mean, you see how often I tweet or I post something. It's way less than anybody else, right? You know, and I just do it because it's part of the business. It's part of what we have to do.
And I want to make something clear because it's not that a girl who is online is a bad girl. Okay.
No, it's
this
not.
whole like good versus bad labels.
There's no such thing as good.
Exactly.
They're just women are women.
Yes. If it comes down to what you as a couple are good with and the boundaries that you as a man set up for your relationship. So whatever you set up and what you start from the beginning is how it's going to go long term. I know what works in our relationship. My husband tells me, hey, this is acceptable. This is not acceptable. I always approve everything with him. And that's how we move forward. We've been doing this for years, decades, and it works. That doesn't make me bad because I'm online. It just means that that's what works for us. And so do what works for you. Basically.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure, like as much as I know your husband, like if it was something that like it was not work related, and he thought it was just attention seeking, he would probably have an issue with it. Like you know, like he'd be like, hey, that's not cool. But like everything that you do is work related.
I'm gonna pull back on that because there's no such thing as not trying to get attention online. I think that's BS. Anybody who tries to tell you that they're not trying to get attention is BS.
Well, like I mean, like
attention is currency. You have to get attention.
True.
To have that.
Like if it's not work related, if it's not work related, if it's like you know what I'm saying? Like what you do is work related. It is part of your business. So it's like if you didn't have to do it, he'd probably be like, cool.
But I don't have to do it. Like I don't have to be online. Like I don't make a lot of money from this. None of this makes a lot of, what I make money off is like real world work, like the stuff I do in the real world. Right.
Yeah.
So what I do, this is one of my passions. It's like the thing that I get to be creative and I can like think outside the box and I can create it. You know, that's why I love it. Right. So I'm thinking like
if he thought it was a barrier, like if it was like, okay, you're not doing this for like, you know, like the end goal of like your creativity and what you're trying to build, right? It's just for like, look at me. And there's no like dollars and cents to it.
If he ever said, hey, I don't want you to do this anymore, I wouldn't do it anymore. Pretty much. That's where it is. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's like a line there. Like if it's work related, I think most guys don't have a problem with it. But if it's just like, oh, you're trying to signal to other people that you're on the market.
Right.
That's the problem. That's where they're going to have a problem because like if you're doing it for no reason other than just attention, then, you know, then it's like you're trying to signal people that like, hey, I'm available, right? You know, or at least that's what the guys are going to be thinking. The guys are going to think like, oh, she's available because she's posting this. You know?
They do it anyways. They do that anyways.
True.
If you're a female online, you could post every single post, husband, and they would still think you're available. There's actually people who actually like you more because you're married.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, because to them, that's like low hanging fruit. You know, like, oh, I
How
don't
is
need
it
to like
low hanging fruit? There's like a
because I'm
dude
telling
with a
you,
gun.
listen, that's the same reason why you'll hear like older women go, well, I can date younger guys. Like you hear that, right? And I'm like, you realize why younger guys are hitting on you, right? And they're like, because I'm hot.
Because you're
And
gonna be a sugar mama.
because you're low hanging fruit. And they don't like that when I say that. But I'm like, guys are going to go what's low effort, high reward. Guys are, they're in their nature. So if an older woman, especially when you're young, like a younger guy knows that an older woman isn't going to make him go through all the hoops. They're going to be a lot easier. So they will purposely hit on older women. Now, we all know, you know, like for them to have to deal with a woman their age, they got to deal with whining and dining her. She has all these stipulations, so they don't want to do it. So I just think like, yeah, you have to remember that low hanging fruit. It's if you're online, you have to deal with it, regardless whether you're married or not. The good thing about being married is like you can literally be like, it doesn't bother you because you just delete, you move on. You don't, especially if you know the truth.
Yeah. And you know, not to try to say like all women are this way, but fellas, if you just approach women like they all have a past, you know, and there's like some with a less of a colorful path, and then there's some that are just straight up.
Hold up. But we aren't gonna, let's not ignore that every guy has a past.
Oh yeah, like I'm a hoe.
See, so we can talk about women being hoes all day long, but we have to also say there are guys that are hoes, but they want to say it's different. They want to say it's different. You see? Is it different? Okay, tell me how it's different. Let's hear your argument.
It's different because it's the process of sex is a man penetrating you. He's dominating you. You know, it's a form of like of he is conquering you. Nobody has conquered me. My booty hole tight. Nothing happened to me. I didn't get diddied. Okay, like it's different. It's just
that still doesn't explain the psychology behind it. So
because if you also know it's a lot harder for guys to get sex than women is to get sex. Like unless you're like the top 2% of guys that all women want to throw themselves at. For a guy, it's like you have to be a man of something of value enough to where you convince this woman that she wants to give you sex.
I will agree that, and I've said this in past podcasts.
The burden of performance is way there.
I've said that every guy that a woman is with, the first guy she leaves or the first guy that doesn't work out with her, meaning her very first, she will cry for that man. And after she cries hard and goes through that breakup, she will have a barrier up with every single relationship going forward. So I have said that in other podcasts. Okay. So I do agree that it affects women much greater and at much greater speed than men. But I do think that it does affect men when it's done over a long course of time and he isn't able to bond with a woman for any length of time.
Oh yeah, I mean they have done studies on that. Like you know when it comes to pair bonding, right? Women's pair bonding, a promiscuous past, they tend to have a harder time pair bonding in long-term relationships, right? And you know guys they show have the same issue. But it's less frequent. It's displayed less.
It takes
often.
longer. It takes much longer for it to affect a man.
Well, it's also because you gotta figure like you could go outside and get like 1 billion dudes lining up for you. Like I go outside, I might get like 5 women, and they're probably like senior citizens with no teeth, right? Like it's big difference in volume and like you know options. So it's like. For a guy, it's like the guy has to put in the work to even get a body.
I gotcha.
That's why it's different. Like,
okay, so it affects her psychologically more. I got you.
Yeah.
Well, we have to get in. Well, maybe we'll get into another episode on that one. We'll get into like the science and the data on that one.
Look, I have reformed. I'm a born again virgin now. Okay, I reformed my whole ways. Okay,
you did a Nala Ray. You did a Nala Ray.
Yeah, I was the Nala Ray before the Nala Ray. Like,
5 years later.
Like, listen, you guys, like I'm good now. I'm good.
Why is it that these hoes always wait till like 5 years in or 6 years in? Why doesn't it happen like the first time they do it? Why don't they like repent the very first video? Why does it take them like 2 years, 3 years?
Because it's like they age out or they hit a goal. They hit a monetary goal. They're like, look, I want to make $2 million off of this, and they don't want to cash out, right?
So or it's not like, really that they. It's
convenience. You gotta look at it like, they found Jesus at a convenience. All right, they've known where Jesus has been. They they know damn well they go past Jesus's church every single day for the last 3 years on the way to the porn studio.
And now all they have to do is dunk their heads in the beach or the pool, right? That cleans their sins.
I found Jesus, bitch. You know where he's been. It's wild. It's wild. But you know what? You know, hoes need love too, I guess.
Yeah, I remember this guy. He said, "We love the hose. There's a place for the hose," is what he said. There's a place for the hose.
Well, yeah, you know, like me and Thor would talk about this, and we'll wrap up after this. Like, we put women into like two categories. Like, there's the playthings, there's the main things, and then the main things you have a higher standard, but you're willing to sacrifice much more for the main things than you ever would for the playthings. The playthings, the worst thing a guy could do is convince a plaything that she could be a main thing, because
it's like it'll ruin him. Out. Yeah, it'll ruin him, man.
It ruins her. It ruins her too.
Somebody very close to me, and I'm not going to say any names, but I tried to coach him from the beginning. I'm like, don't do it. Don't. Oh no, it's not that. It's not. And then sure enough, because the thing is once the sex is good, a guy gets like.
Yo, when she starts doing that thing, like from the chandeliers, and she got you doing like the Exorcist,
and then they start like falling in love, and it's like, and then she does a dirty on him, and he's like, oh, I don't know, and I'm like, I try to tell you, you can't.
It was just a mistake. It was their fault, not her fault. They try to make excuses for it.
That's what I try to say. I try to say that sex, like guys want to think they're in control, and it's just sex. No, like that's how they bond. That's how they get emotionally attached to a woman.
Well, like they don't realize like touch, the kinesiology, right? The power of touch, and like you touching a whole lot when you're and like like so these guys are getting like hooked on the touch, and
and these girls are good because they know. They literally shut their brains off, and it's an act for them.
Well, you also think about this,
disconnect.
Like, right? You ever seen a girl like get mad at her man, like they're arguing, and he's like, "Babe, come here," and he tries to give her a hug, and she's like, "No, don't touch me." Why? Because she knows the power of touch. Women know the power of touch. Y'all know what you're doing. Y'all know what you're doing when you're rubbing his back and shit like that. You think we're slick? We know what you guys are doing, playing with our game, our emotions and shit.
The war of the sexes.
To be continued. But you know what? Here's the reality of it. Everybody has a past.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can only judge the person based off of what you're willing to put up with. And if you're like, and this is where I've actually commended Nala Ray's husband, because when the whole fucking world was calling him a simp and calling him, a beta, calling him this and that and the other, he never cowered away. He said, no, this is my woman. This is who I want to be my wife. I see value in her and she is worthy. And you know what? I commend him, because if you also remember Mila Khalifa, the other porn star that got married and left the game. And then her husband, when he started getting harassed, he jumped ship. He's like, I can't deal with this. I can't.
Wasn't she married like 5 times or something?
I think it's like 2 or 3. I'm not really sure.
No, I think it's like 5. I think she was
5.
Yeah. I think there's a video out there floating where she says she's been married 5 times.
God damn. Remember I said there's 2
I'm one
groups.
Of these people, if it doesn't, it's like I'm one of these people. Like if I got a divorce tomorrow, I would never get married again, ever again. Like I don't understand people who keep getting married over and over. It's like, what?
Women don't get married, remarriage as often as men do. You know why? Because men are the real romantics. Men want love for love. Men love for the idea.
I've never been the romantic type. Like I don't believe in the whole like bathtub with rose petals and music and like I don't know. Like my type of romance is like to wake up with a dick in my face. Like
you don't even do Christmas. You don't even like Christmas, okay?
I don't know.
You're like bah humbug Scrooge McDuck. You're like, just give me the dick. Just give me the dick.
Just tap me on the face.
All you want. Just fine.
Good morning.
Oh man. All right. So with that, we gotta go because somebody gotta make dinner, and I already know they're in trouble. So
Yeah,
I'm not trying to around for that.
Yeah, I gotta go. 7:30. Gotta go cook dinner. Back in the kitchen. Back in the kitchen.
Back in the kitchen, woman. Get in the kitchen. Get your. What are you doing over here? Get your.
Glenn walks in with a dominant presence. Voice cuts deep like a sermon with essence. Gia steps up, pure elegant grace. Beauty with brains puts the world in its place. They light the mic, that truth ignites, burning through the fake in the dead of night. No rings, no camps, no tribal cage. They're carving out truth on an empty page. They're relentless warriors forged like Thor. Modern Viking knocking down every door. You can't pin them down, can't put them in a